Hi, it's Donna Guest, the Lazy Scrapbooker, and welcome to another Tuesday tip. This one was recorded back in 2022, and it's a skill that every Creative Memories customer and advisor needs to know.
So tonight I am going to show you the ins and outs of taking apart your Creative Memories album and putting it back together. It's something that you don't do very often, so it's very easy to forget how to do this, and I completely understand that because it doesn't need to happen very often. So the first thing I want to mention is I always, when I'm working on my album, I like to take the spine out. But I'm going to take the spine out, and that protects the spine, especially since I've already had this one done with a custom spine. I don't want it to get all bent up, and that can happen. It can put a lot of wear and tear on it if you're working on an album with the spine in it. In addition to that, I like to work on my album pages out of my album. I like to take them out and just have one flat page on my table working on that. So some people don't like that. They like to work on the album with the pages inside, which is fine. But if you do that, take the spine out so that you don't hurt the spine. So when you are ready to, whether you're taking pages out or you're adding pages, since these you can add more to these strap hinge albums, whatever you're doing, you're going to need to know how to take the album apart and put it back together. First, you remove the spine. We just did that. And next, always start from the back. And the reason why, if you start from the front, this is really hard to get back on. It's just some reason more difficult than the back cover. But also, more importantly, these straps are positioned at the perfect spot. They are perfectly positioned with just enough strap showing. And in the back, you've got a lot more strap available. And I don't have so much anymore because I've got, this album is finished. It's pretty full. But you always want to start from the back because think of this as the adjustable portion. So the first thing you want to do is start in the back and unthread these straps. You'll have to do it twice on each side. And did you know if you lose these, like one of these little things or the straps, that you can actually buy replacements for just $1.25. You can get a set of 2 of these straps and 2 of these things, which is everything you would need for one album. I haven't had to order any, but just so you'll know, that's available. So now we're going to take the back cover off. And then we take, this was called the cover holder. It's an odd name for it, but it is referred to as the cover holder on the website. We take that off, okay? And there's what it looks like when it is off. All right, and now we can start taking the pages out. And if I were going to work on this, I would take them all out and do my album, and then I put them back in. So I'm not going to take them all out because it'll take us forever, but you can see these are all threaded through the staple. The straps are going through the staple, so when I put them back in, you can do them a few at a time, but you want to make sure that you get them all, because if you get your album put back together and then you find you missed a staple, you will be so upset with yourself. That is like the worst, and anybody who's done this before knows exactly what I'm talking about. And the last page I did this was a pocket page. And just so you'll know also, the pocket pages come in 8.5 by 11, and they fit on the same strap hinge size as well, so you can put them in your 12 by 12 albums. The next thing we're going to do, got all the pages in, now we're going to put the cover holder on. Let's say I added more pages even, and that was my reason for doing this, other than just showing you. So you want to do this where it's in line with the album. So you see how I've done that? What you don't want to do, you don't want to do it like this, because then it would be sticking out like that. So you want to do it where it is in line with the album, and so that nothing sticks out. So those staple holes are right in line. Then what I like to do, I find it easier if I hold this in kind of an L shape like this, basically a backwards L, but I like to hold the back cover up. It just makes it a little bit easier for me, and I'm going to try to do this seated. Usually I stand up for this. All right, and then we're going to stick this in the back. So you go in from behind the album into the back of the cover. So that's the main thing to remember. I'll do that again. You're going to go into the back side of your cover, and you're going to thread the straps through those 2 slots there. Then I'll turn this around so you can see it. What you're going to do next is then you're just going to, like you're sewing, thread the strap through there. I basically do them, usually I'm leaning over it, so where this is kind of leaning up against me. And okay, I've got the first 2 threaded, and you want to pull it tight, because if you don't tighten it, it's going to kind of wiggle around. Then the next thing you want to do, you've got 2 more holes to thread that through. I'm going to come back through just like I'm sewing. Okay, and so I'm going to pull them a little tight. And there we go. And so now it looks good. You're going to put the spine back in. There's really no right way to do a spine. You'll notice that it's a sharp edge at the bottom and a rounded edge at the top. I've always put the sharp edges at the bottom, and that's how they print them as well. So just so you'll know that. Although it wouldn't matter too much. This is much easier than I'm making it look just because I'm in such a weird position. But there you go. And so if you have any questions on this, throw them up here and I will get them answered. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you look forward to the next Tuesday tip right here each Tuesday.